I've lived in this quiet suburban neighborhood for 6 years now. It's the kind of place where everyone waves at each other, kids play outside, and neighbors compete over whose lawn is the greenest. Everything was normal, up until last week. That's when my neighbor, Joe, disappeared. Joe was a bit of a loner. He didn't really talk to anyone except me, maybe because I was his direct neighbor. He was an older guy, in his 60s maybe, with a constant uneasy look in his eyes. At night, I'd often hear him yelling. Not angry, aggressive yelling, but more like he was arguing with someone. Except, he lived alone. Last week, that stopped. No more yelling, no sounds at all. His curtains stayed drawn, his car didn't move from the driveway, and no lights came on. I figured he might have gone away for a bit, but it felt off. He was the type of guy who lived by routine. Always mowing the lawn on the same day, always grocery shopping at the same time. When I hadn't seen him after a week, I called the police. They came by, knocked on the door. No answer. Eventually, they forced their way in. They searched the house, but Joe was nowhere to be found. No signs of foul play, no note, nothing. It was as if he had just vanished. The police shrugged it off, told me there was nothing more they could do. That night, I heard Joe's voice coming from his house. At first, I thought I was imagining things, maybe stressed out from the whole situation. But no, I could hear him, clear as day, speaking softly. It sounded like he was arguing again, but something was off. His tone wasn't right. It was like he was making noises instead of words, a strange, guttural sound. I pressed my ear to the wall, my heart pounding. His voice sounded so close, like he was standing on the other side. Then, I heard it clearly, "Help, me." It was his voice. No doubt about it. I jumped back from the wall, a chill creeping up my spine. How could that be? The police had said he was gone. I wanted to tell someone the next day, but I couldn't sleep. All night long, I could hear that soft, strange mumbling from his house. The next morning, I stood at his front door, my hands sweating. I knew he wasn't there, but I had to check. Joe had given me a spare key once, in case of emergencies. So, with shaky hands, I unlocked the door. The house was silent and dark. Everything looked normal, but the air was stale, like it had been shut for months. I walked carefully into the living room. That's when I saw it, a large, circular black mark on the floor near the wall we shared. Like something had burned there, but without flames. Then, I heard it again. His voice. "Help, me." But this time, it came from beneath the floor. I ran out, my heart racing in my chest. I called the police again, but they didn't believe me. They thought I was losing it because of his sudden disappearance. And now, every night, I hear him. He screams, begging for help. Sometimes, I hear something else. Like someone or something is down there with him. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm going insane, but I know what I'm hearing. Joe is still here. But he's somewhere, down below. And I'm terrified that whatever happened to him is going to happen to me next. Whatever's in that house, it's getting closer.